Ranil will drop Rajapaksas when election nears. Who is behind the clashes between the parliament and judiciary? SLPP to summon convention. Basil's evaluation of Sajith becoming a hit.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Ranil will drop Rajapaksas when election nears. We elected Ranil as the president, is the mantra uttered from the SLPP leader, the crown prince to the lower ranks. Also, some SLPPers have strongly criticized the president, issuing challenges him at press meetings. These days, however, all of them are keeping dead silence. Namal may come up with something to talk about from time to time, but Ranil has again come to possess the key that decides the Rajapaksas' political future. That was after the Supreme Court ruling. On 14th of November, it ruled by majority decision in a fundamental rights petition that the Rajapaksas and several of their cronies were responsible for the economic crisis. Now, the opposition leader is exerting pressure on the president to strip them of their civic rights. Best known case was when former Prime Minister Sirimavo Bandaranaike was stripped of her civil rights. It happened 43 years ago in 1980 with 2/3 parliamentary majority consent. Felix Dias Bandaranaike and several others lost their civic rights too. Commenting about the process, constitutional expert Dr. Jayampathy Wickramaratne has told BBC Sinhala service that a presidential commission of inquiry should first be appointed under the 1978 Presidential Commission of Inquiry Act by the President. That commission gathers evidence and makes its recommendations that will be tabled in Parliament for 2/3 majority passage. Stripping civic rights is valid up to 7 years, with a politician losing all attached privileges, said Wickramaratne. They include contesting elections, voting right, holding government positions, and losing the seat in the case of an MP. So, the first move is up to the president to make. It is not surprising that the SLPP is on the back foot. Mahinda has reportedly told Sharanthi, "Tell Namal to remain silent like me until the time comes." She is said to be coordinating now between her family and the president. According to sources at the Presidential Secretariat, she gives about 2 to 3 calls a day to the president about the grievances of the SLPP. Even Basil seems to have been shaken by the court verdict. A temporary halt has come about talk of the SLPP fielding a presidential candidate. A majority of its MPs want the party to obtain several more cabinet positions after the budget and continue supporting Ranil. They are afraid that if Sajith comes to power, they will all lose their civic rights. But if Sajith keeps on pinching the Rajapaksas like that, retaliation is certain at the first opportunity. Anyhow, some have not taken a liking to this change in the SLPP. "You would better end your journey with the SLPP soon," warned the son of a SJB stalwart just days ago. That cannot be taken lightly because the person who gave the warning is a former MP himself. That talk took place when the president visited the SJB MP warded at a private hospital in Narayanpeta. After inquiring about his health, the president had a chat with the father-son duo for some time. The president did not reject son's warning either. That means, according to some at the Presidential Secretariat, the president thinks that he has some months before deciding his future with the Rajapaksas, since anything could happen in an ever-changing political atmosphere. Who is behind the clashes between the parliament and judiciary? The president asked in Parliament yesterday if maintaining the status quo is possible if certain members of the Constitutional Council keep on sabotaging things. Without stopping there, he said a select committee will be appointed in the coming week to inquire into the Constitutional Council's delay in approving his nominees to high posts. Appointments cannot be made to the police and the judiciary today with the Speaker informing him by letter that decisions are not possible due to divisions in the Constitutional Council, he said. We made inquiries and found the reason for his concerns. It is the refusal by the Constitutional Council's majority to approve his proposal to grant yet another extension to IGP Chandana Wickramaratne. That, he mentioned in his speech. The other thing he did not say directly was about the appointment of a judge to the Supreme Court. He has recommended Bandula Karunaratne, who was taken to task in Parliament recently by the opposition leader and the sports minister. At the same time, the Attorney General named 2 seniors of his department, the Solicitor General and an additional Solicitor General. However, the President sent Karunaratne's name to the Constitutional Council, but it is yet to respond. He insists that it is a task of the executive. But Sajith says the Constitutional Council is not the UNP's working committee. How about that? In the meantime, the opposition leader alleges a conspiracy to create clashes between the legislature and the judiciary. He says the president mentioned in Parliament the name of a certain judge as the appeal court takes up a case relating to the Cricket Interim Committee. At the same time, a court hearing referred to the president's speech in Parliament. Sajith pointed out and said, "That is no coincidence and a serious matter of concern." He asked government members to inform the president about that because it gravely inconveniences the judge, judiciary, and the legislature, he said in Parliament on Thursday. It's now getting hotter. As the cricket crisis is taking a back seat, our friends in the media have a new story to pursue. SLPP to summon convention. Basil's evaluation of Sajith becoming a hit. The DA Rajapaksa remembrance happened in Tangale recently. Thereafter, everybody arrived at the Carlton House. Mahinda told Namal, "Son, come with me to Colombo. I need to go to the party office and meet Basil to discuss some matters. I have to attend some funerals here. They are waiting for me. I'll be back soon." "Let's go then," replied the son. Namal returned before nightfall and accompanied Mahinda directly to the party headquarters at Nelam Mawatha. Basil was already there. He and Mahinda spoke at length about party plans. They discussed holding a party convention before year-end. Sajith's unexpected popularity came up too. "He scored from the cricket crisis. He is scoring well in Parliament these days. JVP got sidelined in the cricket matter," Mahinda observed. "Cricket may be the trend now, but it cannot go on much longer." Basil spoke his mind out. President Ranil's going up to Nanda Malani and presenting her with the Best Singers Award at the Presidential Film Awards was much talked about. Since she was not well, her daughter expected to receive the award on her behalf, but the president went up to Nanda Malini and presented it to her. Award for the Best Actor went to Kamal Adarachchi for portraying Rohana Wijewara in Si Thalan Upan Gina. As he handed him the award, the president proposed to Kamal with a smile, "I would like you to speak at UNP rallies. Then we can say even Wijewara spoke at our rallies." Kamal reacted with a sneer. Many things start with a smile. So Kamal's actual response is yet to be seen. There's about 10 months remaining. But one thing is clear. Ranil, too, is cautiously making his preparations for the presidential election. Where are those would-be presidents now? They have vaporized with Ranil's entry. Make some inquiries and see for yourself. That's it for today.